So, first new video of season 4. We're not just doing picks this year. We're doing other videos too. And I'm going to try to stay on it. I promise.
I'm pretty excited. I'm not going to lie.
Well, today for this video, I mean, obviously part 1 of the preseason picks was what we normally do, our preseason picks. I managed to make it all into one video. It was a long video. Thank you to everyone who watched that and if you dropped a like on that. But we are doing a tier list this time. We are going through the NFL quarterbacks because we focus more on the quarterbacks and we didn't really do MVPs this year. Let's jump right into it. Obviously, we made 6 tiers. We have the elite quarterbacks, the franchise quarterbacks, the average or the bridge quarterbacks. I mean, those are kind of 2 different things, but in reality, they're really the same thing. You're an average quarterback if you're a bridge quarterback, and if you're a bridge quarterback, you're pretty average. There's obviously the rookies and the people who are a little too early to tell. And then there's the people who we've already managed to figure out they're below average or just a straight up bum, as we decided to call it. So let's get right into this. And we start right off, actually, with an elite quarterback in Josh Allen. I think that is a fairly obvious pick. I don't think there's too much argument behind it. And we don't have to hear your voice for the first 30 seconds of this video because not much to say, right?
I hate you.
And honestly, the next 2 are pretty easy too. We got Baker Mayfield, who I think is a certified bum.
Yeah.
And we have Joe Burrow, who I think is a certified elite. But here's where it gets interesting because on the tier list, I'm actually going to put them in order of where we would have them. So do I put Joe Burrow in front of Josh Allen? Yes. Or do I put him behind Josh Allen? I'm going to agree with you. I agree that we have to put Joe Burrow ahead of Josh Allen. He's made the Super Bowl. He's proven that he can get there. Josh Allen hasn't proven yet that he can win in the playoffs. So until that is proven, I think that's fair. We have to put Joe Burrow ahead of him. Coming up next, I think this is arguable to put this guy into franchise. I think the right place to put him is average, but we have Derek Carr next, of now the New Orleans Saints. I think he can be a franchise quarterback, but I think his prime is also behind him.
I would say above average. I wouldn't say franchise. I think franchise, I'm thinking like I'm set up
Well, there is no above average category, so I'm going to put him in the higher end of average, and we'll see.
Oh, average? Yeah, then that works, yeah. But I mean, like, he's like above average, but in my opinion, but he's not franchise quarterback, in my opinion.
So I'm going to move my face cam here, guys, for a second so you can see. Right next to Ben up in the upper corner. If somebody in the comment section can tell me who the fuck this is, neither of us are sure. This white guy that's on the Panthers, apparently. I don't know. I have no idea who that is. But move on to the next one on the list, and that's Dak Prescott. And I would love nothing more than to put Dak Prescott into the average category, because I think that would piss off so many Cowboy fans. But
I found out it's Matt Corral.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Bum.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Bum.
Well, I mean, I guess we can put him in like too early to tell. He hasn't really played anywhere, but we'll just throw him in there.
Has he even played it? I don't even know.
I don't think he's played. Yeah, he's like a rookie or this is his second year coming up or something like that. He's definitely not elite. We can't put him into the elite category.
See, I'm not sure if I would put him. I would say yes.
He's a franchise quarterback. He's a franchise quarterback.
I think it's the same way how I feel even with like Josh Allen, where he turns the ball over a little too much, but
yeah.
When he's on, he's on.
Andy Dalton, we're going to throw him into the bum category. I'm actually going to put him behind Baker Mayfield just because Baker's still kind of young, I guess. Sam Darnold. Do you put Sam Darnold ahead of Baker Mayfield, though, in the bum category? They're all going into bums, but is Sam Darnold better than Baker Mayfield?
Is there like a tie? Because I'm not sure there's much of a difference.
I'm going to right now.
I would say Baker.
I think Sam Darnold has the better situation because if he ends up being the starter of the San Francisco 49ers, there's a chance he has a good season just because it appears anybody can work in that system. I don't even want to hear you talk on this next one. I'm putting Daniel Jones above Derek Carr into the average category, and I'm going to move on.
Calls him a bridge quarterback in our preseason and then doesn't put him in the bridge quarterback tier list.
That's not true. I edited that part out, so you can't prove that. Justin Fields next. Too early to tell. But at the same time, I do... No, it's not too early to tell. Because if it's...
No.
It's definitely not too early to tell. But he's not below average. But he's not... We're going to put him in the average and bridge category. But is he below Derek Carr? Above Derek Carr?
See, it's hard. Because they play two... Like, Derek Carr is obviously the better passer. But
who would you rather have on your team? Because, I'm sorry, there might be an argument here, too. I would rather have Daniel Jones over Justin Fields. So I'm going to keep Daniel Jones above Justin Fields. I don't know if you want to argue with me on that or not.
I would say Justin Fields, but
But I would
believe
also rather have Justin. Well, because I'm thinking
But I
arm
would rather
talent.
have
Both
Derek-
of them can run, but like
yes, but
Daniel's got a better arm.
It's like either or with them, but I would say Derek Carr because like we both agree
Okay,
he's
so
a better
we're gonna
passer.
put Justin Fields below Derek Carr too, and Geno Smith is gonna go below Justin Fields because like I think we sort of started this video a second ago and then had to restart. And I think what I managed to say in that last one is Justin Fields just has more upside right now than Geno Smith does. That's my argument for that.
Yeah.
Jared Goff, that's a tough one because he's in a good situation right now, and he's in his first good situation since he went to the Super Bowl with the Rams. So does he have that in him again, or is he actually a below average or / bridge quarterback?
I would say bridge because I don't think
He's a bridge quarterback. Right now, I would put him above Daniel Jones. Fucking it up. Okay, I'd put him above Daniel Jones just because he's done more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if Detroit could get a better quarterback, they would jump on it. The GOAT. Taylor Heineke. Where do we put the Heineken beer? He's not a bum. He's just below
not a
average.
bum.
He's just below
I would say
average.
below average.
Yeah, that's all he is. He's our first below average category of the
We'll say
of the
this:
list.
quarterback talent wise, below average. Name
Oh, S tier.
elite.
Speaking of S tier elite, I'm going to disagree with you probably on this, but has Herbert done enough to get into the elite category? My answer is no.
Same.
Okay, I thought I would disagree. I am going to put him above Dak Prescott. I think that's fair.
Oh, yeah.
That's very fair. But I don't think he's done enough. And especially because you look at last season, they had so much talent and they choked it in the postseason. And it's not all on him. It's mostly on the coaching. So that definitely was not Deshaun Watson, first of all. And all right, I'm gonna move my face cam again. You guys are gonna have to let me know who that is in the top right corner because Deshaun Watson is right next to me, down right there. So knocking over my microphone. I don't know who that is, but he looks like a rookie, so we're gonna throw him in the rookie category. Same with Sam Howell. Hasn't gotten a chance, and between these three, I don't know how to rank anyone. I'm gonna put Sam Howell above these other two because I can't tell you their names. Back to Jalen Hurts. We talked about this a minute ago. Like I said, we started to record this video and had to restart, and we had talked about Jalen Hurts, and in the same field as Herbert, we don't feel like he's done enough yet to be put into the elite category. One good season doesn't put you into that category, but I think it's very fair to say that Jalen Hurts should go above Herbert.
I think Hurts is solidified as the number one in that franchise QB tier. I don't think because he's like just below elite.
Yes, he's like the closest to elite you can get without being elite. Jimmy Garoppolo, we talked about this also, but I do think we agreed that he's below average quarterback, but he's one of the better below average quarterbacks that you could have.
Yeah.
Like he's probably close to a bridge quarterback, but it's like there's so many other ones I'd rather have.
I would say
he's better than Heineke though.
If he was still in the Niners, I would probably say he's a bridge. I think here with the Raiders, we don't know how he would be outside of that system. So
right. Kirk Cousins is an interesting one. I think he's like
it's so hard.
What do you do?
Because if you look at his stats, he does so well consistently, like stat wise. But when
he's a franchise regular season quarterback, like that's literally what he is.
Yeah, but in the postseason and like
okay, well let's put it like this: you would have Kirk Cousins over Jared Goff, right?
Yeah.
Would you have Kirk Cousins over Dak Prescott?
No.
Okay, so should I put him at the beginning of average or at the end of franchise?
I think the beginning of average.
The beginning of average.
I think
he is the epitome of that category. He's the goal. If you want to be the gold star of the average category, you be Kirk Cousins. You be like Kirk Cousins. Controversial here. I don't necessarily know if I would put Kyler Murray in the below average category quite yet. Obviously, if he has as bad of a season as they're predicted to this season, then he would go down there. But just because everyone's predicting them to have a bad season, I don't think it's necessarily fair to just put him there. Yeah. Because he only technically has had one bad season as his NFL career. Yeah. So I'd like to put him into the average bridge category, but I'm going to put him at the very end, even behind Geno Smith right now, just because
I think injuries.
You don't know. Yeah.
Injuries in the top that like he hasn't really had that great of a career so far.
Lamar Jackson, this is where it gets tough because if we put Lamar Jackson in elite, we're technically saying he's better than Jalen Hurts. And do we agree with that?
See, it's tough. I want to say yes, but then you could make the argument of like, well, Lamar only had one good year, but that was an MVP year, and Jalen just had one good year where they both
Lamar's
those
problem
years
is
were elite.
staying on the field. Lamar's
Yeah.
problem isn't his performance or anything like that, or anything that he does in the postseason, or regardless,
Whatever.
It's his availability to just stay onto the field, and I think it keeps him out of the elite category, and I think that keeps him in below Jalen Hurts in the franchise category.
I would say this. The same reason why we're keeping Jalen Hurts out of elite because he only had one good year. I think we keep Lamar out of elite because, like you said, he's not as available as Jalen Hurts.
Another rookie here with Will Levis. I'm actually going to put him at the higher end of the rookie category because I think he's gotten a lot of shit talked on him for really no reason other than the fact that he fell in the draft. Jordan Love. This is where we argue. So if Jordan Love goes into the rookie too early category, that means Desmond Ridder has to go into the too early category. And I feel like both of them are going to end up being below average quarterbacks, but I guess I kind of have to agree with you on the fact that I don't know that yet for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know it either. It's like I do think I don't think Desmond Ridder is going to be like, or even Jordan Love.
Who would you put above who? Jordan Love, Desmond Ridder. I mean, you're the homer, so you're probably going to go Ridder, but like, who would you rather have?
Ridder. It'd be Ridder, but it's like by like a slim margin because like
Right.
I don't know about Jordan Love like at all. I know a little bit more about Ridder.
Now, on the
But, like,
other hand
that's
of this,
it.
you kind of thought that it might be a little too early for Mac Jones, but I'm pretty sold on the fact that
Yeah.
he's below average at this point already. And I would even put him below Jimmy Garoppolo in the below average category just because, like I said, Jimmy's done more.
Yeah.
But you could argue that there's still more upside to Mac Jones than to Jimmy Garoppolo moving forward in the career. But
I would still say he's below Garoppolo right now because we don't know. Because what if? Because he had Matt Patricia calling plays. What if? Oh, it actually is no. He's just terrible.
this isn't too hard. Patrick Mahomes, we're going to put him ahead of Joe Burrow in the elite category. I don't think there's anyone even above.
He's a bum.
He's a bum, yeah. Below Andy Dalton. Matt Ryan, I don't even think is in the league anymore, but he's a bum at this point.
Yeah. He said he didn't retire.
At one point in his career, he was a franchise quarterback. I believe this is Davis Mills that I'm looking at of the Houston
Long neck?
Texans. Yes. And he's a below average quarterback. I'm actually going to put Davis Mills above Taylor Heineke just because Davis Mills had some good moments with the Houston Texans.
In his rookie year, he did solid.
And he's young.
With what was around him, yeah.
But he has had more time to prove himself than like the Desmond Ridders and the Jordan Loves.
Yeah.
So I think it's fair to say that he's probably not going to be even a bridge quarterback at any point in his career where he's starting solidly for a team. I think he's going to be a backup. Kenny Pickett, I think it's a little too early to tell, but I do think that he's shown the most upside out of anyone that we have currently in the too early category, so I'm going to put him ahead of everyone. Brock Purdy. Do we put him too early? Is it too early for Brock Purdy, or was he already at the average state and still climbing?
It's hard because he is coming off of a really bad, like, was it elbow or shoulder injury, so that is really...
So, yeah, it'd be too early to tell how...
He brought a team to an NFC Championship game, but it is a stacked... It's very hard.
I'm going to say it's too early, and as far as would you rank him above Kenny Pickett, I would say yes, just because he's been there. He's done that. They both played a full season for the most part.
Roughly.
So, and Purdy had the better season. So I'll put him above Kenny Pickett for now. We got some more rookies to go through here, or at least one more rookie here. Anthony Richardson. Now, obviously, he's going to go below Kenny Pickett because he hasn't done anything yet. I'd put him above Desmond Ridder, though, because I just see the upside of Anthony Richardson as more potential than Desmond Ridder. Aaron Rodgers. I think he's still at the elite category. I think he's gonna be. But then I have to put him above Jalen Hurts.
That's what I'm saying. If we're putting Hurts there, I'm
gonna tell you this. I want to put Rodgers between Hurts and Lamar.
I would not.
You want to put him below Lamar?
I would put him below Lamar.
What about Herbert?
I don't know. That's tough.
I think Rodgers, even at the age that he's at, has proven enough to where I'm going to put him above Lamar strictly for the fact that when's the last time you haven't seen Rodgers on the field? He's always available. He's always going to be reliable. He's always going to make a team better. I can't say all the same things about Lamar. I can say all those same things about Jalen Hurts, so I'm going to leave him under Jalen Hurts. But yeah, it's just his old age that's what's keeping him out of elite. Like, there's no more upside to Aaron Rodgers. We've seen everything we can see. It's just a matter of, can he just do it one more time before he retires?
I just don't think he's elite anymore, but I do think he is a franchise quarterback. I don't.
Russell Wilson, another one who at one point in his career was elite. He bumped himself down to franchise. At this point, has he bumped himself all the way down to average? Is he still in the franchise category, but at the end of it? So, again, right now, our highest average quarterback is Kirk Cousins, so you can use that as your
metric
here. And our lowest franchise quarterback is Dak Prescott. So would you rather have Russell Wilson over Dak Prescott? Would you rather have him over Kirk Cousins?
See, I would rather have him. I almost would say I would have him over Kirk Cousins, but not over Dak.
So I'm going to put Russell Wilson.
Average.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put him at the end of the franchise category because of this. I don't want to hold last season too much against Russell Wilson. Okay. I want to hold it more on Nathaniel Hackett. And I just kind of want to see what Russell Wilson can do with Sean Payton and prove that he's still a franchise quarterback. Matt Stafford, I think, is in that same boat as Russell Wilson, except for me, Matt Stafford is still below Russell Wilson.
Oh, yeah. I would say this.
So I'm going to put Matt Stafford above Kirk Cousins. No.
I would because this reason. I think, yes, he won the Super Bowl. Yes, he had a great season like 2 years ago. And this year he's coming off an injury. I think the fact that all he really has is Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, I'll give Matt Stafford above Kirk Cousins.
I'll put him above Kirk Cousins, but still keep him in the average category.
I love how we called Kirk Cousins the epitome of that category, and he's not even at the top of that category anymore. CJ Stroud, obviously we're not going to know anything about, but I'm going to put him above Anthony Richardson because I see more upside to CJ Stroud. Ryan Tannehill, I think he's below average at this point, but
he's like the best of them.
Is he better than Garoppolo?
I would say so.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, it's between him. I mean, he's better than Mac Jones. I think that was fair. But the Garoppolo one, I think, was the one that was kind of iffy for me. But yeah, I'm going to put him in the below average, above Garoppolo. That puts him below Kyler Murray, I just want to add. Trevor Lawrence, has he done enough to put himself into the elite categories? He's still below Jalen Hurts and all them.
I would not say he's elite. I would say, though, that he is a franchise quarterback, but I would put him at the end of franchise quarterbacks.
So below Dak Prescott and Russell Wilson?
Or at least above Wilson.
I'm putting him I'd put him above Dak.
Here's my only reasoning. It was only 1 year. That's the only reason why. It was only one year.
Half. He kind of picked it up near the end of the season before.
Yeah.
I mean,
if you want
I get it.
Dak,
I get it. I'll leave him behind Dak for now.
But we do agree he is a franchise quarterback. He's just not I don't know how to word it.
Kyle Trask, I think it's too early to tell. But I am going to put him even below Jordan Love and Desmond Ridder.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's about time that we put Trey Lance into bum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to put him at the very highest of bum, but
there's his own tier list, the strip club.
Tua is an interesting one because it falls down to the availability for me, which is why I can't even put him into franchise because I don't even know if I could rely on him for a full season. So who do I put him above here? We have Matt Stafford, Kirk Cousins, Jared Goff, and Daniel Jones. Low key, I want to put Tua has now. I'm gonna say this, and you're gonna probably crucify me. Tua has the talent to be in the franchise category. And he has the talent to be sitting right between, I think, Lamar and Herbert is where I would like to put him if he was playing up to his talent level, but he hasn't. With some of these people, we've had the argument that there's only been one good season. We haven't even gotten that out of Tua. Just because he has that much potential, I'd put him above Derek Carr and Justin Fields because I think he's got more potential than them.
Yeah.
But
you wouldn't put him in franchise.
I'm willing to put Daniel Jones even in front of Tua and Jared Goff and Kirk Cousins and Matt Stafford because they've proven more.
It's one of those yes, Daniel Jones has proven it more than Tua, but Tua has
more potential. I can only go with what has been given to me. I can't go with what I believe. Well, the final four quarterbacks on this list aren't too, well, one of them is, but three of these guys aren't really too noteworthy. We have Carson Wentz, who is going to be in the bum category below Baker Mayfield, but above Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton's going to be our worst person on this list. Bryce Young, I think, is going to go into I think I'm going to put him between CJ Stroud and Anthony Richardson.
Yeah,
Once again, I just think that the roster that the Panthers have is still better than the Colts. So I think that Bryce Young has more upside this season. And then Zach Wilson's the very last one, and I think we could put him into the bum category as well. But I'm going to put him above Trey Lance, actually. So he's the shiniest of our bums. But the last guy on our list, before we just look at this list all as one completed thing, Deshaun Watson. And
Mr. Happy Endings.
Mr. Happy Endings himself. I gotta put him to the Ben. Where do I put him?
Okay, so let's think this through. If we don't take, what did he play, like 4 or 5 games last year, or whatever? We don't take that in consideration at all. When he was last playing for Houston, he was arguably teetering on elite. Like he was top tier franchise, arguably tier on elite. I don't know. I would say if we put him in franchise, I would put him towards the end. Literally, like almost like in his own category.
Right, so let's play the game then. Would you Deshaun Watson or Jared Goff?
Watson.
Deshaun Watson or Kirk Cousins?
Watson.
Deshaun Watson or Matt Stafford?
Watson.
Deshaun Watson or Russell Wilson?
That's actually a close one. I would say Wilson. I feel like you disagree with me there.
Well, no, but that puts him right either at the end of franchise or at the beginning of average. But I think because you were so confident on the Watson over Stafford, I'm going to put him in the franchise at the very end. Because you were close on the Wilson-Watson comparison, but you weren't as close on the Stafford one. So I put him closer to Wilson, which would be in the franchise category. So that completes our tier list. You proud of it? How do you feel?
I think around that like 10 through like 13, maybe like you could like kind of like move. It's like kind of fluid there, and definitely like between like Rodgers, Lamar, and Herbert, between the 3 of them, you can kind of like interchange them and it'd still be okay. But I think overall, you know, it's pretty good.
So that is it for our tier list. I hope you guys enjoy this little extra video that we do. We're gonna try to do these every week. I think next week we're gonna try to do a little quiz or something like that. We'll try to test our knowledge a little bit, or hell, we might even do another tier list with some running backs or wide receivers. Who knows? We'll see what we want to do. Leave a comment below what you guys would like to see as some of these extra videos during the weeks. But we will see you guys in week 1 for our week 1 season 4 picks on the road to the 4-peat, where I will beat Ben for a 4th time in a row. Anything you want to say before we head out?
I hate you.
Have a great one, guys. Peace.